Hello and welcome to another update on Bitcoin. We are currently looking here at the daily time frame, and honestly the situation is unchanged. Yes, the price pushed a little bit higher yesterday, but got rejected in the same region. Okay, price could not break above the May high. Well, it did, but not really a decisive break. So situation completely unchanged, especially here on the daily chart. There isn't really any change. The only thing that we need to adjust slightly is the support area for the B wave, which is now positioned between $80,600 and $93,316. But honestly, it doesn't change anything structurally. Yeah, there have been slight adjustments on the 1 hour chart, but on the daily chart, there is no change to structure. This is still seen as a potential ABC structure to the upside in wave 5. Here in the white count. In my view, the behavior that we've seen overnight confirms a few things. First of all, the sellers are positioned strongly in this area, which isn't a surprise, given that we are just before all-time high territory, and we have a pretty much complete looking 5-wave advance from the April low. But the buyers aren't willing to give up yet. So there was this fake out yesterday. Please remember that on the weekend, fake outs are often quite frequent. But yeah, the buyers aren't willing to give up yet because we have not yet seen a break below key levels. Okay, so we will talk about that on the smaller time frame, but really what I explained to you over the last few days again and again when we looked at the daily chart, I said like the first evidence that a top is in here on the daily chart is a break below this dotted line around 100,000. I need to adjust it slightly. It's actually, yeah, $100,750. Okay. I can't adjust it that precisely here on the daily chart, but that's pretty much what we see on the smaller time frame. This swing low from a week ago, yeah, Monday the 12th, that level needs to be broken for a first indication a top is in, just because it's the last relevant swing low and was relevant for, or let's say the idea was as long as we're holding it, further upside extensions can of course happen. So yeah, situation unchanged. White scenario, which is the bullish one, remains preferred. But obviously, we need to see a corrective pullback in the next move down, not an impulsive one. If the next move down is impulsive, it would rather indicate a more bearish interpretation, but that would be the red scenario. But I don't see any evidence for it, okay? I see still a 5-wave move up from the April low, which is indicative of where the trend wants to go, which is up still. And yeah, this is still the idea. So also someone said yesterday in the comments that like everybody else is counting like 5-wave movements and I'm counting like ABCs. Well, see, the move up is 5 waves. So that's very important, yeah. It's a 5-wave move. The fact that this is an ABC is normal because we are in a wave 5. And we know that wave 5s can be ending diagonals. Actually, they are quite often, especially after a 3rd wave was very aggressive. Hold on. So was very aggressive. Then a 5th wave is often a diagonal. But again, it's a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I don't know. You know, of course, in the subwave structures you get ABCs, but that's just one of the rules in Elliott Wave. A diagonal has to be a 5-wave move. Yeah, you got it. Most people count 5-wave movements. That's correct. But the subwaves are ABC. So yeah, what you mean is probably I don't know. You might not. But people get confused with these microstructures. So we do have tutorials on the MCO Global channel. But maybe what you mean is the ABC internal structure. But again, that's just one of the standard patterns in Elliott Wave. The subwaves in a diagonal consist of ABC structures. That's not me making it up. You know, that's just what the rules say. Has to be an ABC pattern, and it indeed is. As you can probably see here, this was also ABC in wave A, then a B wave pullback, and a 5-wave move up in wave C. And here also we have a 5-wave move. Now, if someone is counting that as, if someone is counting that as a wave 1 to the upside here, then, I mean, they might have a different interpretation of the chart, but I can tell you that it doesn't really add up when we look at the bigger picture targets. I mean, it's possible, but see, this would be quite a long wave 1, This would be wave 2. The support area would be the same. So again, it doesn't even matter in the short term. But then the person would expect the third wave, 4, 5. That doesn't really add up at all with the proportions of the move from the August low. 1, 2, 3, 4, what? And this is 5? That doesn't add up. Of course, there are other interpretations I'm observing in the background, but so far, this one here works. So what I want to communicate here is check out our tutorials, but also it's about the context, okay? The context dictates which pattern you can use. But yeah, I mean, I am using 5 wave movements because they indicate where the trend is going. It's just that you have to have the right understanding of what pattern is it, and then what is the subwave structure I'm allowed to use. Please note that many people don't use it correctly. Many people don't apply the rules correctly, I would say. And that's because Elliott Wave, I mean, everybody's learning, right? That's fine. It's just Elliott Wave takes a lot of time to learn. But that's why we're here, okay? And again, I'm not saying that this is 100% correct. I mean, it is because it's a valid count, but is it really the one playing out? I mean, the market will decide. Yeah, I can only share with you what I believe is the most probable outcome, yeah? Or the most probable outcomes, actually. So, as discussed in yesterday's update, again, the wave count is full. So, waiting for the market to confirm a downtrend. I was already watching for it over the weekend and was kind of, I can't remember, did I say that on Thursday that I'm expecting a top to form Friday, Monday? I think so. And that is because the wave count is very full, and the same on the S&P and the Nasdaq charts. The wave count to the upside is just a 5 wave move up, which is technically complete. So every high could be the last one. I still find it a bit too early to really call for a top, but like when we see a sharp rejection towards the downside after the wave count has made another extension, again, it indicates that this was just a fake out, or not really a fake out. It was probably the 5th wave to the upside. But yeah, we need a break below levels. I mean, this is now broken, which is, it's now taken out 2 swing lows, right? So it's absolutely possible that B-wave pullback has started. But I find it a bit too early to confirm because of all the volatility we see in this area. So it's important to understand the context, right? So next evidence would be a break below $100,750. We just talked about it. And this would be the nearest resistance. So you have some resistance areas to watch, or levels. So market could test $104,568 to $106,513. And this would be the nearest resistance area to watch, against which the focus could be short-term on lower prices. But yeah, again, another attempt, yeah, like here. And the market still pushed higher. So it's just about waiting to see when we finally break out of this local range to the downside, which we haven't done yet. So I'll keep you updated about that. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a member, you get access to additional member video updates. You get access to our member live stream. As a gold member, you get access to Discord. Yesterday, for example, we had our member live stream. The recording is available. I covered 47 charts, including Casper, Gold, PAL, Maker, Pyth, ApeCoin, even ICP, VRA, Brett. So if these interest you, you can check out our member live stream. But yeah, there are a lot. So check it out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.